Hi everyone, welcome. Hi Terence, hi Sukwan, hi Bill, hi Asman, hi Brian, hi Victor, hi Mark, hi Daryl. Thank you for joining us. Sound check. Can you type in the comment if you could hear my voice? Just type yes will do. Thank you very much. If you can hear me, please type yes in the comment box. Oops, no one can hear me. Thank you, Terence. All right. Thank you for joining us. We are in our episode 5 for Hello, I'm an author, Ask Me Anything. And the topic today is managing talent in times of crisis. And our guest author today is none other than Sharon Seet. So we'll start in 1 minute time in case there are any latecomers. Meanwhile, do help us to share this video on your wall with your friends so that we can all learn together. Just bear in mind, if you share this video as a watch party, the comments will actually be captured only within the watch party, and hence we will not be able to receive the comments. So yeah, it's best to watch on this live version itself so that we can capture the comments. Okay, let's start. Okay, and hello everybody. Sharon, you can unmute yourself.
Hi everyone. Hi Kokwa.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Yeah, we are in our episode 5 of Hello, I'm an author, Ask Me Anything. And the topic today is managing talent in time of crisis. Okay, I hope everyone is faring well. We are still in circuit breaker, but come June 2, we'll be entering phase 1, so that will give us a bit of breathing space. But for most of us, it will still be very much remote working. Okay, so I'm really happy that Sharon, the author of Exit Trigger, is able to join us this evening to help us answer questions, yeah, that we may have on the topic of managing talents in times of crisis. Okay, so let me give a share screen right now. Give me a minute. What's happening? Here we go. All right. So yeah, as I said, we need your help. If you have any, so first and foremost, if you have any burning questions on the topic of managing talent in times of crisis, please type them in the comment box right at this video where you're watching. Just bear in mind, if you're in a watch party, we will not be able to receive your comments in the watch party. Help us to share this live video to whoever you think may be able to benefit from our sharing, and help us to like this video to encourage us. All right, for all our viewers, for those who post questions in the comment box to Sharon, 3 of you will walk away as lucky draw winner. We're giving away 3 copies of her book, Exit Triggers. So after the session, we'll do a lucky draw, and then I will contact you all individually over Facebook if you are the lucky winner. So remember, post your question in the comment box. So I'm going to start with an introduction of Sharon. Okay, so Sharon is a certified coach and has over 15 years in human resources, and she's very passionate to support internal and external clients to improve life, relationships, and business performance. Sharon is also the published author of her very first book, Exit Triggers. Yeah, some of you may be able to see it. I'm holding it on the screen right now. And the subtitle is 3 Keys to Keeping Your Talent and Unlocking Their Potential. And this book was actually launched last year, November 2019. She was so lucky to miss the circuit breaker. The book was actually launched in a big party, book launch party at SMU itself. Okay, next. Okay, what you're seeing on the screen now is obviously a very hot topic. This is from yesterday's paper, I believe. Yep. Our finance minister, Heng Swee Keat, has just announced and launched the 4th budget in 4 months, and that's called the Fortitude Budget. So, as you know, the budget came about because of headlines like Singapore is headed for deeper recession and we are expecting more job losses. All right. So many companies, I would say, in many sectors are suffering right now with some of their revenue plunging down to zero. Of course, there are some brighter sectors that are still able to generate revenue. So again, this backdrop, then obviously you will see HR issues popping up. And today we're really talking about talents. Yeah. The topic of how can we manage these talents in this time of crisis, right? So let me take a look at the chat box. Any questions from our viewers here? Hi, Mike, Ming Chun, Alex. Hi, Amy. Any questions for Sharon? If not, I will skip the first question for Sharon. Okay, so Sharon, so that was earlier a backdrop of the current crisis that we are facing. Yeah, so based on your experience, what do you think are the key differences in managing talent during normal times and during times of crisis? Over to you.
Thank you, Kok Hua. First of all, I think thank you all of you who dial in and also join us on this live chat. This is my first time, and I think all of you encourages me a lot. So I think we can make it as a casual kind of a chat, that anything that you would like to ask, and we can learn and share together. So to answer Kok Hua's first question, he's not going to get a book. So I believe that all of you will get the 3 books, not him.
Yeah.
He's my really a very great publisher, I can say. Yeah. And to answer this question is, I think during normal times, we can still fall back on our planned budget when we manage talent. However, during time of crisis like this, company need to really carefully consider what kind of positions we should hire now, what kind of roles should be put on hold for a while, and do we train now or later, as we need to have certain reserves to tide over the crisis. And we would still want to pay our talent their well-deserved bonuses and recognize their good performance, especially during the time of crisis when they manage their family, their household in the midst of their jobs, their day job, even in their home, and also how they juggle work longer hours. So we don't want to miss out giving all these well-deserved bonuses to those currently they are working so hard for the company. So I hope I answered this question, Kok Hua.
Yeah, that's a great answer. I think also in this period of, I mean, we are in crisis right now. So could you also share with us how do we deploy our talents? Because I think every company now faces the dichotomy of do we try to firefight now and manage our current challenges, which I would say can be a lot, or do we position our talent to help the company with the subsequent post-COVID recovery, and how do we strike a balance?
I think for maybe take for my company, for example, we are in healthcare logistics. So right now, we are even planning for re-entry. We call it re-entry post-COVID. We are already preparing for the workforce to come back. And while we continue to manage the talent in-house, but we're already preparing all the measures that they are going to come back to the office. It's going to be a new norm. It's going to be a different environment. And now in the HR group globally, we are planning specifically how every department coming back, who come back first, and what are we doing about it. And also we didn't stop their talent management development program. And we also didn't stop any kind of training budget. And because we already budgeted for this year and we wanted it to go because this is developing our next leaders. So the company actually make very wise decision what to stop, what to put on hold, and what to carry on. So I think it depends on the industry and also the company and also the leadership, whether talent is really their key, their heart, their core kind of important resources in the organization, and not because of crisis. Oh, we have to freeze hiring. We have to stop spending. We have to now everybody stop traveling. Then we have that pool of money. So that's where we actually use this also to we uplift our employee health insurance as well, because that is a big cost. If we can cover them, the employee will feel that, hey, in this season, our company still care for us. So in terms of planning management, I think due to the SARS experience, our company able to step up faster this time to cover all this area. And I really hope that in other organization or industry that the leadership team are thinking about all these resources as they look through and really think about what they need to do after COVID. It's really not about the now is key, but it's about what happened after that, because we want to have business continuity. So we want to have a positive mindset. So we actually are looking into the future already. And what we have now, we actually treasure what we are having, and we continue to groom those talent in the organization in a different way, in a different way where we go through cheaper resources, online training, group sharing, rather than going, because external training we can't go due to we can't have face-to-face connection. But in-house, in terms of virtual training, we still push for that. And it's going very well, and we have staggered timing. So I think the mindset is very important for us.
Wow, I really love what I'm hearing. I think your company is really staging for the recovery and not just worrying about the current present moment, and about investing in your talent, because eventually this will be the group of people who is going to bring the company forward after the recovery itself. And how you are being very agile and flexible in diverting your budget, like what you mentioned. Travel budget, obviously no one can fly right now, but you can actually put it to better use in the training and the development of your talents. So wow, I really love to join your company, Sharon.
private, text me.
Okay, private. All right. So to our viewers right now, if you're watching us, thank you very much. Hi Simon, hi Annie, hi Patrick. If you have any questions for Sharon on the topic of managing talent in time of crisis, I would appreciate if you could type in your questions in the comment box, and then we can invite Sharon to share with you. So a quick reminder that 3 lucky draw winners will walk away with a copy of the book Exit Triggers, and this is only for those who post questions during this session. Yeah, I exclude myself, because if you don't ask, I'm going to continue asking Sharon. Okay, so I hope you can help me. Okay, and if you're watching this, please help us to share the video on Facebook, share on your wall, share on your group, so that other people can learn as well. Okay, so Sharon, back to you. My next question. So from your perspective, so you are a global HR leader working in a global company right now. What are some talent policies that organizations need to adopt now in order to manage and to lead their talent?
If we are talking about the current crisis, I think almost majority of the companies are looking into flexible working policy, flexi hours, and some of the company don't even have or experience work from home. Is a new thing to them. Suddenly they have to work from home. It's just like, oh, how do we set up VPN? How do we connect and all these things? And also in the policy, have to talk about working hours and then work arrangement, working from home, and is there any tracking or is it based on trust? And then stagger hours, different people coming to office, those in the front line kind of maybe come later, and kind of flexi hours for them to manage between their family as well. And for my company, we have a pulse survey that we actually do to understand what talents really need at this point of time. So that may be another idea, and I'm happy to share with you the pulse survey results. We did two, one for the frontline workers, one for the work from home talent. So the frontline workers result not out yet, but I'm going to share with you the work from home results. It's quite interesting. 90% says that they really enjoy working from home. However, they wanted more town hall communication. They said should be more frequent, and they would hope that they can have more interaction with their managers, maybe virtual, Zoom meeting, kind of face-to-face, kind of have the personal touch. And however, those working from home are saying that they are doing well and they are coping well. But they hope that the company will be more lenient when it comes to replying to email, because we are juggling between family and work. We can't be there 100% to reply emails. So we actually set a policy like between 24 to 48 hours, we will reply the email. And then if it's urgent, then phone call is required. So that's how we give the flexibility to our employees. And also, we increase communication by also having virtual lunch with the team members. The leaders the HR start to have more initiative to get the leaders to have lunches together. And then some of the leaders even send lunch, delivery lunch to their team members, surprise lunch. So we did that. And then our team member were like, oh, what's that? Today somebody sent me lunch. What's happening? So we call it like angel lunch. Oh, angel sending you a lunch. So we make it more, every month we'll think of something different to engage our team member, our teams, so that they are looking forward to something exciting coming their way. And virtual tea break party. Suddenly we say that we have a meeting, but it's actually not a meeting. It's kind of getting them to relax. Hey guys, we are here. We know you're working hard, but let's have a 30 minutes break together, to share what is going on in their life. So we did all that during this circuit breaker. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Now I'm starting to miss the corporate world.
A little bit, huh?
I think you guys are really doing a lot of the right thing. And the statistics you share from your pulse check, I think actually mirrors the national survey as well. I think recently, a couple of days ago, it was reported in Today newspaper that 8 in 10 of Singaporeans would like to continue working from home, even post-COVID. So I think the current crisis has obviously created a new normal for many of us, where we suddenly realize that, hey, actually working from home is possible and it's not so bad after all, right? But of course, it's come with a set of challenges lah. So this morning I was just attending a workshop on managing team remotely, and then someone was sharing that we have to move from managing by time to managing by trust. Yeah. Because you don't see your employee, you don't see your talent anymore. Do you trust them that they're really doing their work? And how do you manage that? So I like the policy you mentioned about replying of email. I think, so team norms definitely need to change. A lot of our folks are not just work from home because of HBL, home-based learning. It is definitely not easy to manage the home and the family as well as the work. So wow, that's a very great policy there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All
a
right.
personal
Hey,
story maybe to share.
yes, please share. Yep.
One of the during the circuit breaker, I think one of the internet service provider just, couldn't work for us anymore. It's kind of like the whole day I'm without any internet access, but I need to work. So, but thankfully I have my mobile. I can still work from my mobile, but the screen is very small and I have to use company data plan. So I thought I'm having a very important meeting throughout the day. I'm very surprised, also very thankful my big boss. So he actually texted me, "Don't worry, internet down, not your problem." So he said like, we will get this, we will get by, take your time, reply us, and then use your phone, use company, the data plan is fine. We will just tag along. If we lose connection, we will start again. So, that kind of patience, that kind of empathy is priceless. And it came from a top leader like this. And then,
Wow.
and I feel that during that day, right, people are more gracious towards me.
Right.
Yeah, they said, it's okay. Like, they understand and they start to be less kind of nervous and then not so, so nervous and anxious of doing things and want to keep up. Suddenly my life slowed down on that day. I feel like, actually, every day should be like this. So it really taught me maybe a personal lesson that we don't take things for granted, whatever we have now. Treasure the current. Even people say that we're in crisis, but there are still positive things to be thankful about, to be happy about. So we should look on the brighter side. And if things are not going well on this side, look on the other side. There must be something that will cheer you up. And then we move on. Yeah.
It is. Thanks for sharing this very personal story. And I think your boss has definitely demonstrated exemplary leadership. So I think in this moment of time, at the end of the day, it's really about being humanistic and being empathetic. So I think he has really shown a lot of empathy to all of you. Wow, why do you stress? Yeah, when internet is down, right? I don't expect you to reply me immediately. Wow, that is so cool.
And to add on is the next day was actually my birthday. So he actually sent me, flowers and then stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I thought yesterday was, I feel so bad already. And then today still have a gift. And my leader is actually stationed out of Singapore. He's not in Singapore. So overseas. But that kind of gesture, allow us to learn. And then we also, and it's all on personal account and all this. So I think this from home has drawn us even closer together as a team. And we feel that there's no barrier, but just closer together. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So every small touch make a big difference right now.
Yeah, I agree.
It kind of amplify it. Yeah. So if you're with us right now, thank you for joining us. We are with Sharon Seet, who is the author for Exit Triggers. We are discussing the topic of managing talent in times of crisis. So if you have any questions, please post it in the comment box so that I can invite Sharon to respond to them. And 3 of you who post questions will walk away with a copy of the book in the lucky draw. So far, I'm the only one asking. Come on, help me, guys. Hello, Angeline. Hi, Chun Sing. Hi, Suchi. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. Post your questions in the comment box so that I can invite Sharon to share with us. Okay. Next, Sharon. We've been discussing a lot about from the perspective of the employer, from the perspective of HR. Let's flip it over, and maybe you can share with us what do you think are some of the common challenges faced by talents now?
I think the first thing normally the organization will cut during crisis is recruitment and training base. This is base name common, and hence it might be challenging to hire good talent. as they tend to stay in their current organization, well, there might be not many openings. And also they are uncertain, there's unknown. So they say, why not we stay here for a while? And then and we see what happens next. And some company are even practicing hiring freeze. So the talents, those who wanted to actually have a job change, they will think twice before they do that. But some, they continue to do that because they believe that whatever they have, those skills, transferable skills, or they believe that they are able to find something better. And I'm actually one of them. I'm always have a job. I always find a job or get promoted during crisis.
Oh,
So I always believe during crisis there will be opportunity. So depend on what type of talent we are talking about. Those that are talent that really want something better for themselves, they should not let the crisis stop them from chasing their passion or fulfilling their dream. And they should actually go ahead and explore more, develop themselves. There's a lot of online training, get a certificate during this season, and an organization will kind of those support them, will sponsor even all these courses, and talent just need to share their concern with their manager and see what they are facing. Is it something on their development before they decide to leave? So they need to weigh the pros and cons before they make that decision. If they choose to stay, then make it the best out of themselves, continue to learn and grow. They will be promoted definitely in terms of crisis. I'm someone who really believes that even during crisis, we will be able to get something best out of ourselves. And also those that decide to go out, and there will be open doors for them. People are still hiring. In fact, actually today, I have received a lot of headhunters calling me, not to look for me, but to ask whether I have other network or junior HR or other position that they are open. They have open position, whether my friends or my network interested. So I'm helping my friends and network to find job as well during this period. So I saw the job description. Actually, they're very good jobs. Some are very high level jobs. So I think it's through your network, and then you will get to where you want to be at the end goal. So I believe there will still open doors for those talents, whether they want to stay in their organization or they want to leave the organization. But don't be satisfied at where you are. Always look out for something to challenge yourself. So I think the challenge is themselves. Where do they want to be? I think that is
Right. So even in crisis, I mean, there are still a lot of opportunities out there, be it outside the company or within the company. And in fact, sometimes within a crisis is the best time to shine, right? I mean, if the talent is willing to step up and to do more and to add value to the company in ways that they have never done before, then I guess most companies would compensate them when it's post-COVID, right? With either a promotion or a raise.
Yes, and I remember in 2008 where it's also economic crisis, but I got a new job where it pays me over 200% increment, and I was actually even promoted to a manager at that time. So to me, nothing is impossible, and I believe that whether it's crisis or not, is you yourself have to manage, to take up the challenge to step up, and then to grab that opportunity in front of you.
Right. Wow, you're such a role model, Sharon. Yep. At this point, I want to thank Chris. Chris didn't ask a question, but she would like to send an appreciation note of what she has learned today. That it can really work on a virtual lunch and a party concept of having beer even at 4 p.m. and then call it off a day. And guess what? Her boss has already endorsed the idea. Wow, this is real time.
Well done, Chris. Amazing. You are the talent.
Okay. We have a question now. Let me Give me a minute. Okay. And the question is from Terrence. Okay, Sharon, you'll be able to see the question here. It says, if you have assumed a new role, and this is a senior management level role, in a new company and realize your inherited team members are not up to par, incompetent and maybe a fixed mindset, what will you do if you have the authority?
Thanks, Terrence, for the question. And thanks, Terrence, for being here. And he has been also a great friend of mine and partner as well. To me, I think I can relate to this. In my different roles, when I assume a new role in a new company, I always, for myself, I inherited team members that are maybe not to my expectation, but I know that every one of them has something different and they have their own strength. So I always tell myself to look at their strengths first. So to focus on the strengths, and I understand that when I have the role, I have the authority, I'm able to help them change for the better. So, but first they need to be aware and then understand what needs to be changed. So of course, I will focus on the strength first, and then if I have something, probably nowadays we don't call it weaknesses. We have another term, we call it like area of development or area of focus. So that is where when I notice that, and I will kind of ask them, back, I've observed this with facts, observations always come with facts and observation. And is this something that we can work together? Because we cannot pinpoint, we cannot say, hey, maybe you can work on it on yourself. And they already feel very defensive. Why is it me? So we always start off with, hey, can we work this out together? Can I support you? How can we go about doing this? There are 4 areas. Which one do you wish to focus? Then we can work together. And then they open up. That's where every team members, we are kind of like very cohesive. And in Asia context, we cannot be too top-down approach. So we kind of go in more on a peer level, even though I have the authority. And I think the most powerful thing is I is able to influence without my authority. And I wanted to show this to them, that I'm able to influence them, not that I'm their boss. I want to influence them because they know what is correct and they want to change that. So if that happens, which means then it is successful for them. And for me, I'm just a facilitator, probably just coaching them. But to me, authority is more on like, or respect is like earned. So they already know that, yes, senior management, yes, boss, but even, especially to the younger generation, they cannot take that, if we are too bossy. So we have to go to their level, and then step by step, win them over. And then when they open up, that's where this talent will flourish. And they remember all this time that we are not looking at their weakness or their area of development, but we are looking at their growth potential. We call it a growth potential. Yeah. And I hope I answered Terrence's question. You posed me a tough question.
Don't worry, he cannot say anything. Yeah.
And I know
I really
have a copy of my book, is it?
Yeah, I really like what you have shared about how traditional leadership have to transit towards shared leadership. I think you have really shown us shared leadership is really about engaging your team. It's not about authority anymore, and how you actually engage them one-on-one. And in fact, trying to understand what is the root cause behind perhaps their non-competence or their mindset. And until you can understand their root cause, you can't actually be able to help them. And it's not really about fixing their weakness, right? It's about how do you identify their potential and be able to put them in a correct kind of job role that they would really flourish. So that's really cool. Next, we have another question from Kayla. Yep. Before that, for those who have just joined us, can you all just post questions to Sharon in the comments box? Three of you will walk away with a copy of the book Exit Triggers in a lucky draw after the session. Okay, now we move on to Kayla, and if possible, please help us to share this video so that more people can watch. I'll move on to Kayla. Kayla asked this question, Sharon. Great sharing so far. Would you share some ideas with us on how we can provide the exposure for talents in view that mobility assignments may be halted for a while? This is very real. Sharon, over to you.
Yeah, thanks. Kayla has been my very good friend. And I think we went through a lot together, good times, bad times. And thanks for being here, Kayla. Thanks for your question. And I believe that I have example to share in my organization because in my organization, we have a lot of mobility assignment. And we actually carry on. So actually during COVID, we moved two person over to Singapore, one from South Africa, one from Thailand. And the moment we wanted to move, right, actually COVID is already here. And we were very taken aback because they are so excited. We have planned so long for this assignment. We have everything lined up for the both of them. And then COVID came. And I know the two of them are very passionate to be here. And they are so excited. They got their houses ready, the service apartment all ready. So towards the 1 week, we just actually asked them again, hey, you know, when you reach Singapore, you have to self-quarantine for a number of days. And then they'll need to put you in, quarantine and then all that. We tell them what is happening in Singapore. And we thought that they would say, no, maybe we work from home in our own country and then we will come back. We will come to Singapore when COVID is gone. And to our surprise, the two of them actually, we have separate conversation. They said the same thing. They say, we already plan to be here. We want to be here, whether COVID is here or not, but we know that the company has planned for them and they know their position and they wanted to have this assignment. And this assignment is no return. So which means that there is no promise of them returning to their own home or their own position. It's something that they wanted to come to Singapore. So it's a major decision for them. And they came. Both of them, they came, they do the self-quarantine, they pass through all the tests, and they're still here. And right now, due to the COVID getting serious before the circuit breaker, they okay to work from home. They just listen to whatever the government is saying and also follow the company policy. And they are the two success cases that came and they continue their work with us and continue with what they believe in. And they didn't say, because of this COVID, we are not coming. And then they say that, no, it's their career and there's their growth. They are seizing this opportunity. And also one more example for one of our talent. We hired someone from Korea during this COVID season. And this lady actually wanted to come to Singapore, just like the two of them. But travel really stopped. Nobody can come into Singapore. Now it's totally shut. And what we can do for her, she suggests that she can work from Korea office. We have a Korea office. So there's different government rules. So she's now in the Korea office working from there. And she can't wait when Singapore opens up again and she can fly over here. We already have everything set up for her here. So we have in different regions, this is about APAC, but other regions are doing the same. We do not stop or we do not say, hey guys, the assignment will be cancelled. So for our company culture, the assignment continue. The place will be different, but we will put you at where you're supposed to be in a later stage. But the work, it continues and their assignment is something exciting that will keep them passionate, and we notice how we retain them in the organization. And we check in with them on a monthly basis. How are they doing? And then we throw surprise again. We throw surprise like, hey, 1 month induction already. After that, we still give them proper induction during the assignment. And then we say, hey, how are you? Any feedback for us? And we throw a 1 month party, 1 month celebration on, successful assignment here. You'll be here and everything is great. So I think this keeps them motivated and excited throughout their time here. We want to make them feel at home when they are on assignment, because they're quite lonely on by themselves, and we wanted to be there for them. Yeah, I hope I answer Kayla's question.
Wow, okay. So even though the person is based in Korea, I think because of what you're doing, she probably feel a lot more with the team, a lot of the check-in that you do, the mini celebrations that you do. And I mean, after all, even the local employees are all working from home anyway. So I think, wow. So you actually bring on the talent and you continue to expose them to different kind of work to stretch them, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Chiu Fong, Charles, Saya Lee. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, we are with Sharon Seet, who is the author for Exit Triggers. We are discussing on the topic of managing talent in times of crisis. If you have any questions, please post it in the comment box so that we can invite Sharon to respond to them. And next, we have a question from Mike. Sharon, so Mike is asking, you have a talent you have groomed for a number of years and he or she suddenly decides to leave the organization. Would you let this person go? Why?
Mike, thank you for being here. Good to see you. And I think Mike has asked a very good question, and I have been through that as well. I think to share with my own example is I have groomed this talent for many years. And one day, out of sudden, she's really a superstar, my superstar. I cannot lose her. And she told me that she has something already on hand. So there's no signal, no sign. And she just want to leave. So, and I asked her, okay, so you make sure that the boss is good to you during the interview. Are you able to, he or she exhibit the leadership traits, just to check in whether everything is okay, the offer is okay or not, everything is good. And if it's better than what you are having now, what we cannot give you, I'm happy for you to leave. And guess what? On a Saturday, she called me. So that happened on a Friday. I say I'm happy to she want to leave earlier. So I'm saying I'm okay with that because I want her to be happy. She's really my superstar, and I rather the superstar, maybe she found something better. And then on Saturday, she called me. And she called me with very heavy kind of heaviness, very sad voice. And she say, she's not leaving. I said, huh? What happened? You got this, you are saying that you're going to leave and then everything else. And she say, the boss called her and suddenly his voice tone changed. And then he's telling her his expectation suddenly is another person. And she was shocked that she has to do this and that before joining. There's a lot of things in the organization. So she felt that this is somebody that she won't be following. She will not follow. And she asked me if I can have her back. So it's quite emotional for us because we are really together for a very long time. And then she wanted to leave. And then I thought I lost her already. And now she wants to come back. So to me, of course, I can't wait to embrace her back. I said, hey, by the way, you haven't leave. You're still here. You haven't said goodbye to us, and I haven't accepted your resignation yet. So we take it as nothing happened. Monday morning, things goes the same as per normal. And you know what? She's still at that company, promoted to a higher level, leading a team now. And I believe that she didn't look back. And I felt that that's a moment. it gives me a chance also to test myself that should I retain or should I not retain. So I thought that I learned a lesson on my own as well, because no point forcing someone who wanted to leave to stay back. Yeah, I think that is my philosophy.
You must have touched her as well. I mean, yeah, at the point where she wanted to leave, you were actually thinking for her that if the opportunity is better, then yeah, maybe it's better for her to leave. Eventually she stayed.
Yeah, and we spent a lot of time brainstorming, is this okay? And then how is the interview? I even break down things for her to make sure she goes to the correct place, so that I
Yes.
will feel at peace and happy for her also.
Right. So that's really a very personal touch.
Yeah.
Great.
We are very,
Okay.
very good friends, yeah.
It is. All right. We've almost come to the end of our session. Let me check if there are any further questions. If not, maybe Sharon, I can ask you one last question. Yeah. So we are also, so just now we were talking about opportunities in crisis, right? So from the perspective of a global HR, do you see opportunities in the area of talent acquisition, and why?
Yes. So I would like to probably say that we are now in a divine pause. So kind of like a pause, and talent should use this opportunity to reflect, recalibrate, and refresh themselves to prepare for the recovery and prepare for new open doors and jobs coming. And this is something that they need to do now, as we are in a pause. We cannot miss this opportunity, because when the talent once is recharged, ready to take the next challenge, it will be a faster pace. And I see that for talent acquisition, it's already slowly picking up. We can see a lot of, when you switch on the news or see the newspaper, read the newspaper, everything is so negative. But to be really honest, there are still jobs out there. It's whether you seize that opportunity, whether you have equipped yourself, developed yourself ready for that position or not. And your posture, your position, and your confidence level must be there to be ready when it's there for you. We can't be kind of laid back, and then we cannot have like, let's try and see how it goes. We need to be more confident and then grab the opportunity. And for us in my company, we are really preparing for re-entry. And by September, we are going to, those jobs that are on hold, due to the nature of job needs to work from home, we are going to open up. We are going to get more talent in. So I believe other organizations are doing the same. So in order to prepare for that big open doors to come, now is the moment, since we're all in a pause, right? Then we ourselves can do something to accelerate our growth, our learning, so that we can, when the door is open, we are the first to be there. And then we are there to grab the opportunity and that promotion or that job that is ready for us. So that's what I want to end off with. Yeah.
Right. And for companies, really, if companies are ready and you are the first at the line, at the starting line, I think when post-COVID happens, your company will be the first to charge forward, while others are still grappling and trying to find their talents.
Yes, because we already identified what we want, who we want, where to get, and then how we need to prepare, because now we are in a pause. So why not we do something during this pause moment?
Yes. All right. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, so we are listening to Sharon Seet, who is the author for Exit Triggers. Tonight, we are really honored to have her to be on the show. Hello, I'm an author. Ask me anything. If you have anything, if you would like to reach out to her, here's her LinkedIn profile. So take note if you want to reach out to her, and you can continue asking her your questions. All right. So we have come to the end of our sharing today. Yep. If you are feeling inspired to become an author like Sharon, I'm running a virtual masterclass in September. So it's total of 6 modules. You can snap the QR code if you're interested, and you'll be able to become a published author like Sharon herself. Okay. So before we end, thank you very much. Thank you all of you for spending your very precious evening with us today, learning and sharing together. And I want to thank Sharon as well for taking time on your very, very busy schedule. I know you even have a 10 o'clock meeting later. Yeah. Thank you for spending this time with all of us, sharing with us your very precious experience on HR as well as talent management. All right. So before we end, kindly leave your feedback to us in the comment box. The comment box is always open. Help us to share this video, even though it has ended. Your friends can watch the replay and give us a like to encourage us. And of course, if you would like to purchase Sharon's book or any other local books by Candid Creation Publishing, please head out to our website at candidcreation.com. All right. So before we end, Sharon, do you have any last words for our viewers?
Are we going to have lucky draw?
No, the lucky draw is after the session. I'll contact them individually.
I see. I thought I wait to see who is going to win. Interesting. But I think first of all, I want to thank Kok Hua for organizing this. This is really my first time having a live chat over Facebook. And I'm also very encouraged by all of you who show up. I told Kok Hua, even nobody show up today, we are going to carry on.
We are going to have our dialogue.
And to me, is the quality of you, all of you that shows up and ask very good questions, and we learn together. And I want to be connected with you. Add me on LinkedIn, then we can talk further. And I believe there's something that I'm able to learn from you as well. And for talent-wise, I believe that every one of you are talent. You have to see that you have to continue to see yourself as a talent and then develop yourself. Continue to believe your passion and why are you doing the things that you're doing and what is the vision that you have. And the dream will come true. And even this is a pause moment, it's good to dream. But when this pause is over, your dream will come true. So I hope that all of you will have, your dream come true at the end of this circuit breaker and this situation. Yep.
All right. Thank you, Sharon, for your very encouraging words of wisdom. Thank you very much. Okay, so we are going to end our session. Join us next Thursday. Check out our Facebook page, Candid Creation Facebook page, and you will know who will be our next author next week. All right, see you next Thursday at 8 p.m. See you. Bye-bye.
Have a great evening. Thank you
Take
for
care. Stay safe. Thank you, Sharon. Bye-bye.